Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are unpacking one of the most explosive stories in South African politics right now, a clash between two powerful figures inside the Umkhonto we Sizwe party, Dr. John Hlophe and Jacob Zuma. What started as a simple disciplinary action has turned into a full-blown political feud that threatens to split the MK party from the inside. Dr. John Hlophe, the party's deputy president and parliamentary leader, has always been a polarizing figure. Once the judge president of the Western Cape, he made history in 2024 as the first judge to be impeached in democratic South Africa. His downfall came after allegations that he tried to influence constitutional court judges on a Zuma-related case. But instead of disappearing, Hlophe reinvented himself. Early this year, he joined the MK party, and not quietly. Within months, he became one of Zuma's closest allies, serving as both deputy president and head of the parliamentary caucus. It looked like a powerful partnership: Zuma, the liberation icon with a loyal base, and Hlophe, the legal mind with a rebellious streak. But behind the smiles, tension was brewing. While Zuma was away in Burkina Faso meeting with young revolutionary leader Ibrahim Traoré, Hlophe made a bold move. Without consulting anyone, he removed Chief Whip Colleen McCubely and replaced her with Des van Rooyen, the same man who was once finance minister for just 4 days under Zuma's presidency. It was a decision that shocked the MK caucus and, reportedly, blindsided Zuma. When Zuma returned from West Africa, all hell broke loose. Within hours, a meeting of the party's national officials was called. The outcome: Hlophe was suspended from all his roles pending an investigation. In a statement released by Magasila Mzobi, a staunch Zuma ally, the MK party described the suspension as painful but necessary. The leadership said it was enforcing discipline and protecting the principle of collective decision-making. But Dr. Hlophe was not having it. He hit back almost immediately, accusing the party of humiliating him and demanding that his membership be terminated entirely instead of what he called a precautionary suspension. His response spread like wildfire on social media. For many, it was proof that something deeper was going on inside the MK party, a power struggle between Zuma's old guard and a new generation of ambitious politicians who want more autonomy. Now here's where the story gets really interesting. Insiders say Zuma's decision to appoint ANC veteran Tony Yenjini as a second deputy president earlier this year didn't sit well with Hlophe. That appointment was seen by many as an attempt to dilute Hlophe's influence. Tensions reportedly grew within the parliamentary caucus, where Hlophe had been building a loyal following. His reshuffle, some say, was his way of asserting authority, or at least reminding Zuma that he wasn't just a ceremonial deputy. Unfortunately for him, Zuma doesn't take kindly to surprises. The former president's return from Burkina Faso marked the end of Hlophe's brief experiment in independence. Zuma reversed the reshuffle, reinstated McCubely, and made it clear that no one, not even his deputy, would operate outside party rules. The irony, of course, isn't lost on anyone. Zuma himself was famous for making unilateral decisions during his presidency: midnight cabinet reshuffles, surprise ministerial appointments, and all. Now, he's punishing someone for doing almost exactly what he used to do. As some have joked online, Zuma's leadership lessons come with the disclaimer: do as I say, not as I did. Then there's poor Des van Rooyen, the man who just can't catch a break. 4 days as finance minister under Zuma, 24 hours as chief whip under Hlophe. He must hold the record for South Africa's shortest political promotions. If this keeps up, he might start charging hourly rates for his time in office. But behind the humor lies a serious issue. The MK party, which has positioned itself as the voice of the betrayed and the forgotten, is starting to look divided. Public spats like this one risk damaging its credibility at a time when it's trying to build itself as a disciplined, revolutionary alternative to the ANC. Zuma's leadership has always relied on loyalty and unity, two things that are now clearly under strain. Analysts say this suspension could go either way. If Hlophe accepts the disciplinary process, Zuma may be able to reassert control and portray himself as a strong leader enforcing order. But if Hlophe continues to rebel, or worse, decides to walk away, it could trigger a full-blown split in the movement. Some reports suggest that a handful of MPs already sympathetic to Hlophe might follow him out the door. That would weaken the MK caucus and make Zuma's job in parliament much harder. There's also a growing perception that Zuma is becoming increasingly defensive. His decision to suspend Hlophe is being read by some as an act of insecurity, a reaction to anyone who threatens his dominance in the party he built. But others argue that without discipline, the MK party would descend into chaos. And they might be right. After all, revolutionary movements often fall apart not because of outside attacks, but because of internal ego battles. So what happens next? For now, the MK party insists the suspension is temporary and that Hlophe will have a chance to defend himself before the disciplinary committee. But his fiery statement suggests he has no interest in playing along. "Terminate my membership," he said, "don't humiliate me." That's not the language of someone preparing to make peace. Whatever the outcome, this showdown marks a turning point for the MK party. Is it a disciplined political organization led by collective leadership, or is it a personality-driven movement revolving around one man's word? Zuma's handling of Hlophe's defiance will answer that question, and possibly determine the party's long-term survival. One thing's for sure, South African politics never disappoints. In a country where loyalty and betrayal dance hand in hand, the line between friend and foe is always shifting. Hlophe's suspension might look like a disciplinary measure, but it's also a glimpse into the struggle for control of a movement that's still finding its identity. So, what do you think? Was Hlophe wrong to act on his own, or is Zuma overreacting to a little political independence? Is this the beginning of a larger power shift inside the MK party? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more South African political analysis. This story is far from over, and we'll be right here to unpack the next chapter as it unfolds. Thanks for watching, stay informed, and see you next time.